Chapter 22. Rich was walking in the humid night of San Francisco. He walked down to the misty water's edge and followed the bay to the bridge. The Golden Gate could barely be seen in the fog that had descended. He stopped in a clearing 100 yards or so from the bridge, looking over the water. His attention was pulled to the sky, and he turned and looked up to the moon. Full and bright, the Sky Queen hung like a pearl in the heavens. Rich began talking to himself or to the moon, hoping his words would bounce off the satellite to find his listener. "Oh, my love," he shivered. "Melanie, why have you left me? I've searched the world for you and find no trace. The whole world has heard my cries, and you're still not beside me." He thought for a moment. "You're always inside me, but I've never held you with these arms. Where are you, my love? Are you real? Are you out there?" He looked out over the water. "I know you can hear me. I need you here with me. I need you here now." He closed his eyes. "Come to me, please. Come to me." Something grabbed him from behind and put a blade to his throat. "I'll send her to you as soon as I can." Rich drove his elbow back and ducked to the ground. His attacker crouched backwards and stood up. Rich was standing face to face with the face of his faceless lover. "Melanie! No, you stupid shit. I'm her twin, the twin. And you had to take my sister from me. Well, asshole, she loves you and not me. You love her and not me. Why wasn't I the one you dreamed about? Why didn't you sing about me? I love you. I would have come to you, but she runs from it. She doubts herself until she leaves me to find you. She left me, her own sister, her own image." She lunged at him, and he held the hand with the knife. She brought her knee up to his crotch, and he collapsed backwards in pain. She straddled him and pushed the knife forward. He held it in check, and it hung above his chest. "It couldn't be me you loved. It couldn't be me. We're the same person, just different names. You had to call her name. Why? You could have had me." He shifted his weight, and the blade was driven into his left arm. He yelled out in pain. She smiled sadistically and turned the blade. He gritted his teeth and punched her in the face with his right hand. She fell off him, pulling the blade out as she went. He got to his feet and ran towards the bridge. Behind him, he heard her laughing and calling to him as she followed. He made it to the bridge and slipped on the walkway. He saw the water down below and hurried back to his feet. He was dizzy from losing blood and began to slow down. Stumbling, he reached the middle of the bridge and fell to his knees. He felt cold and was panting like a hyperactive dog. He leaned against the railing and tried to pull himself up. He looked into the mist, waiting for the evil bitch to come charging through. He saw her figure appear. She was laughing like the loon she was. She lifted the knife above her head and laughed. He looked away from her and up to the moon one last time. There were 2 gunshots from the night air. She turned pale and looked at the blood seeping out of her chest and staining her shirt. "That bitch," she said. She stumbled forward, still holding the knife. One more shot exited through her head. She fell to the right over the railing and into the dark water below. Rich looked into the mist and knew who had saved him. She walked out of the cloud like an angel, the angel he had been dreaming about for years. She placed the gun on the walkway and stood in the light where he could see her. He tried to smile. She bent down to him. "Shh, my love, you've lost a lot of blood. But I found you. You came to me. You're real. Yes, I'm here, and with a gift of something great. You're the greatest gift I could ever hope for." She smiled. "Thank you, my love." She lifted him to his feet. "Now go easy, my son, into the infinite from which we've come. Our destiny is—" "Wait," he said, "wait, before we go." "Go? Go where? What am I talking about?" "I have to hold you with these arms just once." She smiled and wrapped his limp arms around her neck. She held him there. Rich looked at the moon over her shoulder and thanked it. "Done," he whispered. She jumped up with him over the railing, and they were free falling towards the water. She kissed him as they fell. For some reason, he wasn't afraid. Then there was darkness.